So most med spas are still stuck in 2026, and it comes down to one word: a lack of trust. There is a trust recession in the med spa space right now. It used to be that you could just open a med spa, you'd open your doors, you get a flood of patients, you get referrals, they'd come back. It was easy. You didn't even have to do any marketing because there was no competition. There was a ton of demand, very little supply. But now when you go to any given market, there's a ton of different med spas. A new one is popping up every year, and this is confusing patients. It's giving them analysis paralysis, which just means they're not going to choose anybody. They don't know who to choose because there's no clear difference between them. Plus, they're all offering the same type of ads, the same type of discounts, and they're all cutting their prices. And this is just commoditizing the entire med spa business because med spas are forced to lower and lower their prices to get patients in the door because of all the competition. So if you just imagine you're a patient scrolling through Facebook and this is all you see. You just see discount after discount after discount. You're like, oh my God, like I can get a $400 treatment for $100. And then they see another ad. It's like, wait, this med spa is also offering a $400 treatment for $100. And then they see another one and they're like, okay, wait, what? And then it just completely devalues this discount and your treatments and everything, and it confuses the patients. And so it gives them no urgency at all. So they end up choosing no med spa at all. Or they just go to the lowest priced option. Combined with higher competition is also equaling just higher cost per lead. So your cost to acquire a customer is going up because of all the competition on Meta. It's also going up because patients don't know where to go anymore. Combined with the fact you have to discount your treatment so much to get someone in the door that you're not even making money on the front end. And this is just crushing med spa profits. In order to survive, you have to keep lowering and lowering your prices so that you can compete with all these other med spas that are doing the same. And no one's winning the situation. The patients aren't winning. You guys aren't winning. Nobody's winning. And the solution is obviously build more trust. But how do we do that? So you want to start building proof and educating. Rather than having ads like this that are very price focused, start having ads that actually build a relationship and educate your patients and talk about solutions and problems they're having. And start positioning your ads as solution first rather than price first. And there's super simple ways to do this. You should start making video ads with your provider or your owner that specifically talk about the problems patients are having and educate them on why your med spa solves those problems, why your med spa is better than other med spas, and actually build relationships in these videos with your patients instead of just price focused. Because in a world where they just see image ad after image ad of price discounts, and then they go to your ad and it's an actual person talking, it's a real provider, they talk about their story, their credentials, and they just show case study after case study after case study, and you speak to them and they click on your ad because you understand their problems so much and positioned your treatments as the perfect solution. This is the shift that's necessary if you want to be profitable in 2026. You have to start educating instead of just lowering your prices. This is what patients actually want too. They don't want just a price discount. They actually want to know what the treatment does for them. They actually want to know what problems it solves, what it does, and everything like that. They want to be educated. They want to be told why your med spa is better than everyone else's. So you need to start focusing your entire business around proof. You should start having multiple videos every time someone comes in with a great experience. Have that patient film a video talking about why they came in and put that everywhere. Post that as ads. Put that on your website. Put that on your emails. Position your med spa as the med spa that knows what they're doing, gets patients results, and has really good relationships with their patients. And you should be sending videos before people even come into your spa. If someone books an ad, they see your video ad, which builds trust, and then they should be sent another video to further build trust with your main provider, building more proof, more education, and more trust. The more media your patients consume before coming into your office, the easier it is to sell packages. It is so much easier to sell a package if they came in and they saw your video ad, they saw your pre-arrival video, they saw videos on your social media, they got an email beforehand talking about the provider story, showing more videos of patients that came in. They know exactly what's going to happen when they walk in. They know exactly what treatments you provide. They know exactly who you are, and they actually built a relationship with you before actually even walking into your spa. And then they walk in, and then you build the relationship further by actually talking to them in person. And it builds such a way better experience for the patient compared to other med spas where they just see an image ad and click on a form. So once you have trust, now you need retention, and that's actually how you make a ton of money in the med spa space. Once they come in, you want them to stay at your med spa for years. You don't want them to leave. You want them to come back to your med spa multiple times per year, buying treatments, talking to you, building a relationship. You need to be getting every single patient into a membership. As soon as they're in the middle of their package, get them in a membership. Get them on some sort of reoccurring revenue. Schedule their next appointment. Schedule just a follow-up if they didn't buy the package. Have something on the calendar, again, for the client. The more touch points, the more videos, the more content they can consume from you, the more that relationship will improve. And once you have that relationship in place, it doesn't matter how many discount ads your patient sees, because they already have a relationship that they've built up over the course of a year with your med spa. And your goal is to get as many of these people that have a relationship with your med spa that are loyal clients. Because you cannot have a profitable med spa relying on just front end packages or offers. You need them coming back. You will not win. They'll go somewhere else. It's only becoming more expensive to get a client in the door. So you have to build a reoccurring business. Otherwise you will fail. And yeah, that's everything with the video. I have a full sales training playbook in the link below. It goes into more detail about memberships and pre-arrival sequences, all the things I talked about in this video to build the relationships with your clients and actually keep them long-term so that you're not competing with 5 other med spas down the street. And I'll talk to you on the next one.